Hello, everyone. So today I want to talk to you about cold urticaria. Urticaria. It's hard to pronounce the word. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it weird. But cold urticaria, it's when you're allergic to the cold, and it's it's messed up. It's messed up, especially if you live in a town that's cold or a state that's cold. It's bad. When the summer comes, you won't be able to go swimming at a beach or an ocean. You can actually die by doing that. So, anyone with this, I advise them, do not immerse yourself in cold water. Your whole body can go into like a shock. So what happens when you're allergic to the cold, what's actually happening to you is your skin combined with the toxins in your body, they end up having a reaction, which creates the hives, and you can feel this. I always think it's not rolling, that's why I did that. You can feel this anywhere and everywhere. When I was a little girl, like around 4, I remember being in the cold and getting hives. I outgrew it. I assumed I outgrew it. I remember at one time it was so bad because it was so cold. I think I was out in the cold for like over an hour, and I was just swollen from head to toe, and it was really dangerous. But like after that, like major attack with the hives, I don't recall getting it again until now. When I got pregnant with the baby, was like in my last month, and I know a lot of people in their last months they get itchy, and I thought it was the pulps or something like that, polyps or pulps they call them, pulps. And I've had that with my second pregnancy, the pulps, where you get the itching, like your stomach and everything just gets the itching. So once you have the baby, it's gone. So I'm thinking that's this again, and they said no, it's not. They thought it was something more serious, where it can actually harm the baby. So that word is called, Lord, I can't remember that one, but that's a whole nother one that women get when they're pregnant. And that itch is crazy because it's severe. And that's just like with the cold. So they gave me some medication. The tricky thing about medicine, when you take it, it's so true. If you're told one thing and that you're diagnosed with this and you take this medication and you'll get better, legit, what's it called? The placebo effect starts happening. Like you literally think you're feeling better. And I was like, yeah, it's working a little bit. It's not as bad as it was, which is true. It wasn't as bad as it was, but it wasn't the medicine. The days were getting a little, I was not in the cold so much. So I'm still thinking I'm allergic to the baby's pregnancy or whatever. And because the days were getting a little warmer and I wasn't exposed to that much cold anymore, I just assumed the medicine was working. But it's true. It was like perfect timing. So, I would take the medicine. I was like, yeah, I'm still getting it. And then they ran the tests and they were like, no, you don't have that disease that, pregnant women get that make them itch like that. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, but why am I itchy, And then I was in the cold again, and it happened again. And this time it was like my neck, my face, like everything just like I was scared. I thought my throat was going to close because it was all around my neck, the hives just came. So then I went back and I was like, well, I'm still getting hives. There's like, you have cold urticaria. I think that's the urticaria. You got cold. So you're allergic to the cold. And most people, they take Benadryl and they really don't know much about people being allergic to the cold. I think it's a lot like when people are allergic to the sun. Like most white people are allergic to the sun. And what I mean by that is they'll go out in the sun and they will sunburn. And what's actually happening is that the sun is pulling out the toxins in their bodies, and it's coming to the surface of the skin, and that's why they're getting boils or getting the burns. Is from the toxins. Where black people have melanin, so our toxins don't come out through our skin that way. We do get rid of toxins. Some people think, oh, because we have melanin, our toxins just stay trapped in our body, which isn't true. There's other ways to get rid of toxins, but I believe it's the same effect for people who are allergic to the cold. I'm really heavily into the medical field, but and I don't have a license, but I do believe it. A lot of times I tell doctors things. I'm like, no, this is what's happening. Or like, I'll tell my friends they'll be experiencing something. They'll call me up. I got this. And I'll be like, oh, you have an abscess. Oh, you have this, and then they'll go to the hospital. Doctor be like, yeah, you have that. You have not. And I was right, So, what I'm thinking is going on with people who are allergic to the cold, I think your toxins, the cold is the toxins are trying to come out the skin through the cold. Just like with the sun, the same thing. I definitely think it's the same thing. And not only black people are allergic to the cold. I found out, majority of the black people or people of color, rarely do white people get cold urticaria. Mostly people of color get it, but white people have been known to get it as well. But that's what I think is going on. I think the toxins are trying to escape the body through the cold. Like the cold is triggering the chemicals in the body with a combination of the person's skin type, because everyone has a certain skin type. And I kind of think people with, and I don't want to say nicer skin, because I hate that when people are like, oh, you got good hair, and there's no such thing as good skin and bad skin, and good hair and bad hair, but people who have, I don't know if the word is softer or just a certain look to the skin, I feel like they're getting allergic to cold more. I know my skin is very delicate. I bruise easily. I get scratches all the time. I have to be very careful with my skin too, because I have a lot of scarring because my skin is so sensitive. Like you touch me and you rub your hand across me the wrong way, it will make a scratch, something. So, not very nice skin, but I hate to say the word nice again. Like when you look at my skin, like, oh, you have great skin, but it's a pain in the butt because, like I said, you get scratches and stuff. But I'm thinking that's what's going on. And most people take a lot of Benadryl when they have this. And I don't want to do that because Benadryl and me it doesn't work well. But I'm thinking, right now, not to tell my personal business, but I just had a baby, like I said, and she's strictly breastfed. She doesn't use formula. And I like to go at least 10 months to do that with my kids. Just give them a fighting chance in this world, because this is a GMO world, and nothing's really healthy here. So I try to get whatever little bit of healthy stuff in them I could before they really into the real world and get all the nasty stuff out there. But so that's the thing about it. I believe that you take things to take toxins, get as much toxins out of your body as you can. And I think people will do better in the cold. It was unfortunate that I got this while I was pregnant, because I wish I would have gotten it when I wasn't pregnant, so that I could really, figure out, will it work, and maybe, I don't know, why didn't it happen before, or why did it go away as a child? Like, what did I do that was different that made me lose it, but now it's like back again? So, so that's what I was thinking about. I'm thinking honey might be the trick to it. I'm thinking it's honey. But I won't know until 10 months has passed. and I could stop breastfeeding, and I will be able to experiment on myself to see if I can cure cold urticaria. Okay, but it's horrible. And you need to definitely stay warm. Try to keep your body as warm as you can, because I'm legit. You don't even have to be outside. You can touch cold water and your hands will start whelping up and you'll get whelps. And it's amazing because some people, they can't really drink cold drinks. They'll feel like it's closing. But I can drink the cold drinks, but I try to drink it too cold. But yeah, I noticed I can do that. But yeah, you gotta definitely keep your neck warm. That's why you see me with this old heavy scarf on. And you just want to get your body as warm as possible, especially before you go outside, so that when the cold touch you, your body's already really kind of like warm. You can just be in and out wherever you gotta go. I mean, it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. The itch is insane. Like if it gets really bad, like under the bottom of your feet or the palm of your hands, it's insane. Like sometimes you just sit there, just like trying to like itch it in your feet, and you just like a horse, you're just kicking back and forth. But yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, if anybody else is experiencing that, hit me up if you are experiencing this, because and you're willing to try, natural things to get rid of this allergic reaction. Let me know, and I can give you some tips. Alrighty, bye.